Neither I am the founder, nor I have the equity. So for me, what is my growth path?
Some of the biggest PR massacres happen when founders hire low integrity people. They're the first ones who will leak to media. For anyone who has to work near me, I can compromise on skill, but not integrity. High integrity people, high build people will change the world. You need pure brute force to create action in a startup.
Now, when I talk to a 5 year into marketing guy, who's a manager marketing in any company, so that person is saying, boss, I hear you. Great, good to know. Neither I am the founder, nor I have the equity. So for me, what is my growth path? I'm coming at 9 a.m., going at 9 p.m. How do I increase my 30% appraisal? That is mostly where the people are playing rather than thinking ki 7 years down the line, 10 years down the line, what will happen if they start acting in a certain way? Because they are seeing wealth is very far away. If they relate it with wealth as one of the key parameters. So, because you've worked with people in Innovate, right? And I've known some of them, uh, and they come from very humble backgrounds. And I would say they were great people, but they were not expert in their domains when you brought them, right? Build Innovate with them, most of them, you sold Innovate. How did you turn around that one? That was an interesting thing for us.
I have this framework. When you have to hire someone who has to work in the headquarters, I look at, and this is a framework that I've built, which is the IWS framework: integrity, will, and skill. For me, integrity is a first principle. For anyone who has to work near me, I can compromise on skill, but not integrity. Integrity is something which is extremely important, and integrity with will win the world. Because in today's world where knowledge is democratized, access to skill is so easy today that within 6 months you can be champion of AI.
Yeah.
And in this kind of a world, see, 20 years back, because information was not at all democratized,
And hence skill was more important.
absolutely. Today, will, because if you don't have the will, you will never be able to gain new skills. As a marketer, what you need to be a great marketer today is very different from what you will need in the next 5 years. World is changing, social media platforms are changing. Like 10 years back, TikTok was not even on the list of marketers. Today, TikTok is amongst the 3 most important investments for brands. The idea is you need to change consistently, and you will not change until you have the will. Now, on integrity, my thesis is anyone who has to work with me, I need to have people with high integrity. And I'll tell you the reason behind that. People with low integrity will keep on moving the ball. What they will do is, the moment they get an offer which is even slightly higher, if the shit hits the fan, they will be the ones leaving the room ASAP. We need people, when shit hits the fan, the room is locked, everyone is putting their hands together to ensure that shit does not hit our face. And that comes with integrity. Now the question is, I always hire consultants not based on integrity. I don't care my consultants' integrity is high or low. I don't care about their will. For me, when it comes to a consultant, my project is for 3 months. We give a project to a consultant and we tell them that these are the deliverables. Your skill matters a lot to me because I do not have the patience to create will or integrity.
And I really don't care about that part.
Absolutely. Some of the biggest PR massacres happen when founders hire low integrity people. They're the first ones who will leak to media. They're the first ones who will leave the ship when waters get choppy. Our chief of design, Sheel, he was our rejected intern. When I spoke to him, his skill was like almost zero. And I said, dude, like, didn't you study at Pearl? One thing that he did that night was he sent me an email. He said, sir, I agree. I don't want to work for money. I just want to work with you. And I can tell you one thing. I have 24 hours in my day. Those 24 hours are yours. You will tell me what has to be done. I will do everything in my power to get that done. That email. Immediately next day, I called him and I said that, okay, let's hire you as our design intern. Eventually, he became the chief of design of Innovate. And like Innovate chief of design is an important role because design was a very important function at Innovate. So the idea for me is that high integrity people, high willed people will change the world. You need pure brute force to create action in a startup.